Hey, Cassie. I'm glad you're here. You're always like hot on it, girl.
What? Now I'm all the way here.
I said you're like always hot on it. Like you're like, bam, like right there.
I'm trying. I don't want to miss it.
Oh, what'd you do today?
My sister actually flew in yesterday because her and some of her girlfriends are doing like a birthday weekend or something like that. And she lives in Seattle. She and her friend drove here for a few hours today.
Nice.
Because I haven't seen her since June.
Oh, well, that's good. Nice.
Did you see I hit number 20 yesterday?
You what?
I have 20. There's 20 people.
You're a team of 20 now? Thank you. She's a team of 20 now.
That's pretty good.
It's freaking amazing. That's director numbers. You know that, right?
Is that Michael?
Yeah, he was refilling my glass.
Tell him when he asks which Cassie, tell him it's Swedish Fish and Sour Patch Kid.
Don't say California Cassie, say Swedish Fish and Sour Patch Kids. Okay. Yeah, I had a hidden stash of Swedish Fish in my car, and he's like, "How long have you had these in here? Like this is a genius place to hide them."
My kids found Starburst wrappers in my car yesterday, and they were like, "Oh." I'm like, "Hey, sometimes Mama needs some for herself."
Right? And they weren't the little ones; they were like the big ones, you know.
Yeah.
The best.
Good stuff.
Hey, Ricky. Hey, Monica. I'm glad you guys are here. Turn on I don't care what you look like. Turn on your video. I'd love to see you.
I don't know how. Oh, here we go.
It's in the bottom.
There.
There
Hi.
you are. Hi, dear.
Sorry. Figure it out.
You were jealous you didn't catch up with us at when we were out at Jenny's secret spot?
Yeah, I was jealous.
Oh. Have to have you next time.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you
need to go out there
today? Did you work business at all?
All day.
Really?
Literally all day. I leave for vacation on Saturday, so I scheduled all my posts, and I have like 6 parties that I've been working.
6 parties.
Yeah.
Girl,
so,
get it.
And I have 2 scheduled for while I'm gone. I tried to get them to schedule for the week before, but they wouldn't. So I'm just going to try and get on there like at night and in the morning, because that's usually when I can connect to the internet there, because I don't have service at all while I'm gone.
Oh, Lindsay doesn't know where to find us. I got to go tell her. We're in the Zoom. Do I go on that Zoom link? Zoom.
What is this? I am not watching
You have
this.
6. I mean, girl, I don't remember the last time I had 6 parties running at the same time. Like, I literally don't remember. That's amazing.
Yeah, I don't know how I did it. Honestly,
It's crazy awesome.
Some of the people were part of different parties, and I think with all the new stuff coming out, people are excited. So,
oh yeah.
And I have 2 parties booked the first week of September.
You are going for it.
Yeah. So I'm like, I just am really trying to get the girls to, I don't know, I've been trying to message them and stuff, and now I'm leaving for a week, and I don't really know what to do about all that. Are you at home?
Hi, Tia. Hi, Brittany.
You look like you're in.
The one that made number 20 in my team. You were with somebody yesterday.
I wanted to do a little bit of Lindsay. I saw the post about your Zoom link, and I was like, wait a second, am I supposed to be on that, or am I supposed to be live? I'm like, oh gosh, that would have been funny if we're like all in here and she's like live on the page. My bad. I wanted to do a little bit of recognition before we get started, so I guess this is perfect time as any. But we'll wait like maybe one more minute. There she is! Ah! I'm sorry, I was just laughing about how funny it would be if you had been live and we're like all in here just like chatting away.
Well, I saw the post and I was like,
Does she know that she scheduled me to go live at the same time as their Zoom? Is anybody going to be watching me, or am I going to be talking to myself?
Well, here's the deal, girlfriend. My team page is literally my team, with the exception of one director's downline. Everybody else has been removed, and they're being led by their upline. So by doing it on Zoom, I can email the entire group and say, you know, here's the link. If you want to come, here it is. Like, that way we can cover everybody, because Roseanne is a star director, second gen to me. So she's got her own team. Brittany is about to promote to director. She's already at SuperStar consultant number. So she's actually going to be a second gen to me. Cassie just hit a team of 20, and she's going to be a second gen to me. Ricky Miller's going for director next month, and she's going to be second gen to me. Like, all these people are like second gen. Monica, where do you fall in? You're muted. I want to unmute you. Or maybe not. Maybe you're, okay, maybe you can type it to me in the chat box. Because I can't hear you. Your audio isn't connecting. Aubrey Cushing. Aubrey should be third gen. She's going for it.
Yay, that is so exciting, y'all.
It's insane.
I love
Kaylee,
it.
I don't know if you've met Kaylee. Kaylee is second.
I know Kaylee.
Yeah.
She knows me.
So it's really cool. So by doing Zoom, we can all be here, whereas in the team page, you wouldn't see a lot of these people. So
Love it.
yeah. This is Deacon.
So fun fact, right before I jumped on the last update, one of my third gens ended at 99.78, which at the next update, obviously it's going to change, and it's going to push my second gen to star director tonight.
Oh my gosh.
So,
yay.
yeah. I was literally like sweating waiting for that update to happen, because I was like, I can't jump on and do this training without knowing what is happening.
Right. You're like, is it going to be this one? Is it going to be this one?
So now the next hour is going to be like,
no doubt. By the time you're done with this, you're going to be checking for sure. Okay. So we are already recording. And so I'm just going to hop in really quick and do just a little bit of recognition. We're going to hear from Lindsay, and then I'm going to talk about these, because I don't know if you guys saw this in my team page or not, but I made some kitchen soap samples that I'm super excited about, and I'll tell you guys about that after. But to start off, I want to give some recognition to some people who are killing it with new recruits, and that is Jenny Ledoux has 4 new recruits, Tammy Pope with 3, Cassie Collada with 3, Tia Allen with 3, Brittany DeWalt with 2, Alyssa Sotera with 2, Stephanie Smart with 2, Vanessa B with 2, and Ricky Miller with 2. I'm just shouting out 2 and above because there's a whole bunch of you at 1. I wanted to give a shout out to a few people who are already over 2,000 PRV, Alyssa Sotera, Kelsey Smith, Leah Pluard, Ashley Cox, and Lindsay Battle. And then a shout out to a few people who had promotions within the last couple of weeks, who are Melissa Flowers to star consultant, Shannon Crawford to lead consultant. We've got, I know we had a SuperStar consultant promotion, Leah Pluard to SuperStar consultant. We have Mindy Graves to lead consultant, and Katie Stewart to lead consultant. If I missed you, please let me know. Oh, Stephanie Smart to star consultant. Double promotion there too. That's amazing. You guys are killing it already. I love August. It's exciting. It's kind of a weird like feel with August being our September, you know what I'm trying to say. So it's been kind of strange, but you guys are still killing it. It's really exciting. So I'm not going to take any more time than that with recognition, because I know you guys are all here to see Miss Lindsay. So you take it away, girlfriend. Do your thing. Share with us your top tips.
First of all, let me just say how beautiful you look, Missy, and all of you are so put together. I'm over here like full on Hot Mess Express tonight. So you are getting just the real, raw, all natural over here. And I'm jealous that it's still daylight there, because it's not here. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Lindsay Konen Mitchell. I am a SuperStar director, finally. and a little bit about that. I actually joined in 2009 and promoted to director in like 6 months. And in the same year, promoted to star director. That was in 2010. And that's where I stayed for a very, 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 very long time. In fact, I would joke and say I'm on like the 10-year superstar director plan, meaning like from star director to superstar director. And it took me almost that long. But hey, that's my journey and I'm proud of it. So to say that I have experience is an understatement because I've been here for a really long time, but I definitely don't know everything. I'm still learning every day. And one of my favorite things to do is share with others what I have learned so far, some of the things that have changed along the way and different things that have been helpful and just a few tips. So I'm going to try and go through as quickly as I can because I am a talker. And I'm also super spastic ADD. So if I just go off in another direction, y'all just like wave your hands, be like, hey girl, reel it on back in. Let's get back to it. So first and foremost, and I tried to number these, but again, it kicked in. So it's not numbered. I mean, I lost track. I was trying to stick to 10. It ended up being more than 10. So you can write them down and number them if you want, but I'm just going to go through my list. Some of my top tips, some of the things that I've learned, some of the things that have been helpful for me. The first thing is share. I know that a lot of times when people jump into Scentsy, they immediately have the mindset that they're a salesperson, that they have to sell a product, that they have to sell the opportunity. And one of the things that was most helpful for me over the years was learning that we do not sell, we share. If you can get out of that sales idea and into more of a sharing. Think of when you find a new recipe on Pinterest that you love, or you come across a great deal on a new pair of shoes, or you find an awesome boutique on Facebook that you fall in love with. You immediately share that because you're excited about it, you're passionate about it, you found something that you love, it's something that you think other people would love too. So you share it. You share it with your friends, you share it with your family, you share it to your Facebook and other social media platforms. It's the same for your business. Don't think of it as being a salesperson, because I'm going to tell you something. I could not sell ice water to people in hell if I wanted to. Like I just couldn't do it. So sharing, that's something totally different. So keep that in mind. And it's something to share with the people that you bring in too. That's something I let people that join me know right up front. Look, don't try and sell. We'll just share your story, share your journey, share the products and how you use them. Don't use flyers constantly. Occasionally is fine. But if you're just sharing your true, genuine, authentic self, people are going to relate to that. The next thing is don't blame your sponsor. I don't care how crappy they are. I don't care how little they know. I don't care if they never talk to you. I don't care if you've never had a phone conversation with them or never received a postcard or anything in the mail from them. I don't care. Do not blame your sponsor. They are not responsible for your failures or your successes. So do not put that on them. You did not sign up for Scentsy. You did not join this business for your sponsor. You did this for yourself and for your family. So don't give them that power. Don't let that be the reason for what you do or don't do. At the end of the day, it all falls on you. I can say this because I've been through 3. The first one never spoke a single word to me. I ended up promoting pastor to director shortly after she fell off. I rolled up to someone else. That person was not only my sponsor, but my superstar director. After a few years, she sold her business to someone else that I rolled up to then. So 3 different people, none of them played a part in what did or didn't happen in my Scentsy journey. That all came down on me. Like that was on me. So don't blame your sponsor. If you're not happy with what they're doing, let that be a lesson for you to know what you don't want to do once you become a leader. Next thing is no excuses. We don't do excuses. We just don't do them. You cannot make money and make excuses at the same time. What you can do is find a way to make things work. If you've got a reason for why something isn't happening for you, or if you've got I don't even like to say the word excuse. If you have an excuse for why something hasn't gone your way, find a way around it. Where there's a will, there's a way. But if you're sitting back and making excuses for why things haven't worked, you're only hurting yourself. look at those obstacles and those hurdles as a challenge that you just jump right over, keep your eyes on the prize, and keep going towards whatever it is you're working for. Don't let them slow you down. No excuses. The next thing is good vibes only. Always, always, always. And I will tell you that this may get you some flack. I've had people in my own group say, oh, well, she's way too positive. Like, does she live in a bubble? Like, what is her problem? She's got to be fake. There's no way anybody's that happy all the time. There's no way anybody can be that positive all the time. And you know what? I have my bad days too. Who doesn't? We're human, right? Like, everybody has crap days, and that's totally okay. But I don't live there. I don't stay there. I don't allow the negativity and the toxicity to penetrate into my bubble. I do. Maybe I do live in a bubble. I say all the time, like, oh, I'm in La La Land, like I'm in my own little world. And you know what? It's fun here. So good vibes only, no negativity. The more you allow it in, the harder it's going to be for you. Negativity breeds negativity. Just nip it in the bud. I have a zero tolerance for negativity in my group page. I have a zero tolerance for negativity and drama within my front line and my team. And you know what? That flows over into my real life too. I just don't do it. If you don't allow it, there's no room for it. So good vibes only. The next thing is don't compare. Do not compare yourself to the person next to you. Do not compare yourself to your front line, to your upline, to your sideline. Do not compare yourself to your sponsor. Do not compare yourself to your Cincy sister or mister that you met at SFR, or that you came across on an incentive trip, or that you met in another Facebook group. Do not compare yourself to any of them or anybody else. This journey is yours and only yours. And while a lot of us are working towards the same end result, the path looks different. You know, it's just like when you're going on a vacation. We could all be headed to the same vacation destination, but there's a different route for every one of us to take. Maybe you find one that cuts off 2 hours of your time. Maybe I take the scenic route, which is exactly what I did. I mean, I took the scenic route to SSD. Who cares? It's my journey. This is my story to tell. And whatever everybody else was doing around me, that's theirs. That's their business. That's their journey. If I would have focused on what everybody else was doing, I would have given up a long time ago. If I would have been comparing myself to all the people around me, people like your amazing, leader, Anna Hughes, if I would have looked at people like that and compared myself and let that be a factor in what I was doing, I would have given up. I would have gotten distracted. But you know what? I look to people like that for inspiration, for guidance, for motivation, looked at them, cheered them on, was happy for them, and continued doing what I was doing, because that's what's supposed to happen. You're not supposed to be in competition with anybody around you, so there's no reason to compare what you're doing to anybody else. Share and network and hold each other accountable, encourage and cheer for sure, but nope, don't do it. The next thing is consistency is key. And this really goes with anything in the business and with anything in life. The more consistent you are with doing something, the bigger and better your results are going to be. And I can tell you this from experience. My team hears me say consistency 99,000 times a week, because everything I talk about has to do with consistency. When I first joined Cincy, it was $150 quota at that time. And I remember thinking, I'm never going to be able to sell $150. Are these people crazy? What the heck? And so I just decided, you know what? I'm going to do $150 every single month, so I don't even have to worry about that quota. Well, the more consistent I was, the more I realized, oh, this isn't so bad. It got easier. And before I knew it, I could do $150 in my sleep. Well, then I realized, hey, I'm on track for whatever this director thing is. I don't know what the heck that is, but I do know that in order to receive this director paycheck, I need to have $500 at least in sales. I'm going to start pushing for 500. I'm not to director yet, but I'm going to push for 500. Not even realizing I needed 500 for lead, star, and superstar. But so I started pushing for 500. The more consistent I was with that, the easier it became. I was at a point where I was like, $2,000 a month for monthly sales award? Gosh, what kind of freaking unicorn does that? Who's able to sell $2,000 in a month? That's not for me. I'll never be able to do that. But I set out to do it. I made it a goal, consistently working towards it, consistently doing all the things I needed to do to make it happen. And now consistently monthly sales award is something that I do month after month. I'm not going to close out a month without hitting monthly sales award. I'm not special. I'm no unicorn. I'm not smarter or know more people or any of those things than anybody else on here. It's all about consistency. So keep that in mind in every aspect of your business with buying, selling, and joining, booking parties, conversations, all the things. Consistency is key. The next thing is tracking your business. Something that was told to me in a leadership training way back when I first joined, and it stuck with me. And she wasn't even a Scentsy person. It was like a direct sales type training. But the lady leading it said, that which is measured increases. That which is not does not. And at first I was like, wait, what did she just say? What does that mean? That which is measured increases. That which is not does not. If you're not measuring every aspect of your business, you're doing yourself a disservice, because you can't get to where you're going if you don't know where you've been. You can't know that you are beating last month's PRV or last year's PRV, or you can't look at what day is today? Is today the 20th? Well, whatever. Okay. You can't look back at August 20th and know that this year on August 20th, you're ahead of the game, that you're ahead of where you need to be. If you're not tracking things like daily PRV, daily GWV, I mean, even right down to like things, the number of parties you have per month, the number of join conversations you've had and that kind of thing. But very, very importantly, PRV, TWV, GWV, active frontline, those things, y'all, I can't tell you how important it is. My business changed when I started doing it consistently. Again, there's that word, it's the key. I know that we're able to go back in our workstations and see month over month what we've done, but that's just a small glimpse into your monthly business. That's just a very small piece of the pie, is that overall monthly total. You want to be tracking, I mean, ideally daily, but I know not everybody's going to do that. But if you can, I definitely recommend it. So tracking your business. Now, the next few things I'm going to cover, I want to share with y'all the difference. So a couple of years ago, I mean, I told you I'd been working for a really long time for SuperStar Director, and I had my head set on, I'm going to promote to SuperStar Director. I want my title to be SuperStar Director, SuperStar Director, SuperStar Director, SuperStar Director. That's all I was thinking about. And finally, I was like, you know what? It's just a title. I don't really need a title. That title does not define who I am. I may be a star director for the rest of my life. And if I am, so be it. I'm going to work my booty off to be the best star director I know how to be, and forget about the title. Who cares if I'm a star director or a superstar director or whatever? I'm just going to do what I can to achieve the things that I want to achieve, removing the whole title. So see, these are the next few things are things that I did differently. I'd probably say in the last 2 years or so. And the first one is never stop learning. So I've coached myself, I've trained myself from the very get-go. I am a self-taught Scentsy person. I mean, 11 years ago when I joined the business, we did not have all the cool stuff we have now. There wasn't all these different trainings. The training center was very bare. Honestly, I don't even remember if it was there yet, but no, it wasn't. We had something else called the forum. I wasn't even on Facebook. Facebook was a thing, but I wasn't on it. There were no team pages. There was nothing like that. So I did what I could with what we had, and I taught myself. But I noticed that, you know, a couple of years ago, I wasn't taking full advantage of every learning opportunity that was given to me. I was not taking full advantage of all the tools that were available to me. So I made it a point to learn something every opportunity I got. Any meeting I could attend, any Zoom meeting I could be a part of, any event that was local to me, whether it was Scentsy sponsored or not, books that I could read, people, I didn't care who it was. I mean, Anna's probably gotten some of the messages from me in the past. I'd talk to anybody that would listen to me, anybody that was willing to give guidance, because I was hungry for knowledge and I was hungry to learn. So never stop learning. Always continue to educate yourself. The next thing, I kind of already touched on this, but stop focusing on the title. Whatever it is you're working towards, whether you're trying to promote to a lead consultant or a superstar director, stop focusing on the title, because here's the thing. If you get so wrapped up in the title, when you finally get there, then you're like, okay, well, now what? Like, I did this, so now what? If you don't have something tied to it besides just the title, you're going to fizzle out. You're going to get bored. You're going to get distracted. You're going to wonder, okay, well, what the heck am I doing now? Why am I here? Quit focusing on the title. As soon as I took my mind off the title, my business started booming. When I started focusing on the things that I needed to do in order to build a bigger business, to build a bigger paycheck, and ultimately eventually promote, those are the things I started focusing on. I didn't care what the title was. I hit my 10, I was hoping to promote to superstar director before my 10-year anniversary. I hit my 10-year anniversary and I was not a superstar director yet. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go all out. I'm going to make my 10th year the best year I could possibly make it. And I gave up on the title. I didn't give up, but I quit thinking about it. So stop focusing on the title. Focus on the actions and what you need to do. The next thing is go big. Go big in your business. Don't sell yourself short. Don't be like I was and say things like, oh, well, that monthly sales award isn't for people like me. I'll never be able to sell $2,000. Don't say things like, oh, well, I'm not an incentive trip earner. That's for the bigger people in this business. Those are for the higher titles and the people that have been in forever. Don't tell yourself those things. Go big. Shoot for the big things, like monthly sales award, like annual sales award, like annual mentor award, like any incentive that Cincy offers. I don't care where we're going. I don't care where we're flying to, if it's a trip or not a trip. I don't care if they're giving me a new pair of flip-flops. I am going to bust my booty to earn it. Not because the materialistic things matter, but because I know that the things that we are required to do in order to earn those awards and incentives are things that are going to build your business. They are things that are going to give you results. The fruit of your labor is your reward, regardless of what they could be giving me a bag of dog doo-doo, and I'm going to work towards it because I know that my business is going to grow because of it. So go big, set your goals high. Speaking of goals, that's another thing. Goals, plans, actions, to-dos, you've got to have all those things and you've got to write them down. If you're not writing down, whether it's a dream board, a vision board, whatever you want to call it, we have a cork board in the hallway right here in my house. It's our family dream board. Cincy is on it. This is a family business. Cincy is on it. We've got Cincy goals, but we've got other things on there too that we want to do and have and see and go as a family. It's something visual. We look at it every single day, so it's in the forefront of our minds. You cannot be serious about what you're wanting to do and what you're wanting to achieve if you don't have them written down. And let me tell you this, if you've set a goal for yourself, something like, oh, well, I want to earn the monthly sales award this month. If you don't have a plan and a to-do list to go along with it, you can write about it and talk about it all day long, but you've got to put actions into place. You've got to have a plan. And what I like to do, if I know I want to do something in a certain period of time, let's say a month, very first week, here's my to-do list for the week, the things that I need to accomplish to get me closer to this end result. This is what I need to do. This is what I need to focus on. Here's my action plan. Here's the to-dos that go along with it. This is what I need to focus on this week to get me closer to what I want to do before the end of the month. So all of those things, goals, action plans, to-do list, make sure you're doing all of those things, writing them down, and even taking it a step further and sharing it with somebody. Holding yourself accountable. If you're not talking about it, if you're not shouting it out to the world, if you're not claiming it, if you're not sharing it with your sponsor or your husband or boyfriend or girlfriend or wife or kids, whatever, you're selling yourself short again. You need to shout it out, let people know what you're doing and what you're working towards. The last thing I want to talk about is probably the most important and probably the biggest part of your business, and that's your mindset. Because you are your own worst enemy. And if your mindset is not where it needs to be, it doesn't matter what I say to you. It doesn't matter what Anna says to you. It doesn't matter how many trainings you watch. It doesn't matter how many YouTube videos you look up, or none of that matters if your mindset is not where it needs to be. Your mindset is what drives you and what drives this business. And I will tell you that Everything shifted for me when I shifted my mindset. It is the most powerful tool that we have to use. And if you're not using it the way that you should be, it will be the downfall to your business. I promise you that. That kind of ties into things like good vibes only and no excuses and not blaming your sponsor and being consistent and setting big goals. And it ties into all of those things. Your mindset is in control of all of those things. If you're sitting back and telling yourself, oh, well, I can't do it, I'm too busy. Girl, we are all busy. We are all busy. Everybody has a different level of busy. I mean, my plate may not look as full as the next person's plate, but maybe it's because my plate is just bigger. She's got a smaller plate, so it's overflowing. We are all busy, but your mindset will determine what you're able to do with the time that you have. Your mindset is going to determine whether or not you end up with the monthly sales award, or you're the top sponsor for your team, or if you earn level 1, 2, or 3 of Grow with the Flow. Your mindset is in charge of whether or not you end up on that Disney incentive trip. But if you're sitting there telling yourself things like, I'm too busy, or my sponsor doesn't talk to me, or I work full time, or I have 2 kids, or those trips aren't for me. Oh, I don't really set goals. I don't have time to track my business. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Make a promise to yourself right now that you are going to be in control, that you're going to shift your mindset. You're going to make things happen. I want to share something with y'all that I actually found last night. I stumbled across it on my team page while I was looking for something else, and I read it. And when I read it, I immediately got chills. I shared it with my fiance, and I was like, hey, I want you to listen to this. I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's super long, but I want y'all to, I'm going to at least read the very last part. So the very top of it was talking about, you know, dreaming big, and the people who are hitting these goals are the people who are working consistently, and kind of a lot of the things that we just talked about here. And at the end, I said, you want to know what else? They are no different, no better, no smarter, and no more deserving than you. You are capable of all the things, and you can do it if you are honest with yourself and put in the work. And that goes for all of you too. But the end of it, I said, this is at the beginning of December, okay? It was like December 2nd or something like that. The very end, I said, I'm going to be honest with all of y'all. I'm going into 2020 with a growth mindset, big dreams, and a determination to make this my best year yet with Scentsy. I'm not playing small and selling myself short, and I'd love to have you join me. I don't want to do it alone. That's not my purpose here. My goal is to take this group to the next level, and I'm looking for people to work with who want to do the same. Let's do this. Y'all, that was December, the beginning of December of 2019. January of 2020, I secured a spot in the top 150 globally for the Amsterdam incentive trip. I also had my highest PRV month ever, which was over $6,000. That may not be a lot to some, but that's a whole lot to me. March, I earned annual sales award for the very first time in my Scentsy career. April, I promoted to SuperStar director. I ended the year of 2019 with 2 first-gen directors who were wobbling back and forth, determining whether or not I might get paid at title, might not, as a SuperStar director. And now here we are in August of 2020, just 8 months after that post was made. And I'm already going to earn the Disney trip or whatever. Before the month is up, I'll have level 1 of that done. And I have 6 first-gen directors, 3 second-gen directors, and 2 third-gen directors, and a second-gen that's about to promote to star director. A year ago, I was nowhere close to that. But I had dreams. I had big dreams. I had goals that I wanted to achieve. I was doing all the things that I just shared with y'all. I'm not just talking about it. These are things that I do, and I firmly believe truly changed my business. And what I said in that post to my team, I'm saying to all of you, you are all capable of the same exact thing. There's nothing special about me. There's nothing special about any of the people who are doing these things that you're looking at and going, oh, I want to do that too. You can do that too. You got to write it down. You got to claim it. You got to shout it out to the world. You got to find the people who want to do it with you. And if there are people who don't, okay, that's fine. You know, clap, smile and wave, keep going, keep doing what you're doing. But just know that if I can do this, if I'm able to be where I am and do the things that I'm doing, I believe that any single one of you can, because y'all are only seeing a very small portion of the hot mess going on over here. It's a freaking circus, okay? And if I can make this happen, you can too, but you've got to be in control of your mindset, and you've got to be willing to do all the things that the other people are not willing to do, because anything worth having is worth working for, and none of it's going to come easy. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it, but you can show them that it's possible. Oh, let me do one more thing. I usually do this in the beginning and I forgot because I was so excited to talk to y'all, but I have to give Anna a shout out for trusting me to come on, for one, because I mean, again, hot mess. So thank you, Anna, for inviting me and for trusting me to be here and allowing me to come visit and share with y'all. I feel completely honored. And number two, I just want to let y'all know how much she loves you guys, how passionate she is about your group, your Cincy family. Y'all have an amazing leader and are super duper blessed. So I don't get to see her as often as I would like to. So any of you who do get to see her, give her a big old hug from me next time. Be sure and show her some extra love.
I love you.
Love you, boo.
Before I like swap over, you're amazing. Like, you're so like, I'm all fired. Look at me. I'm all fired up just listening to you.
Do y'all see how red my cheeks are? I start getting.
Oh my gosh.
I get excited about Cincy.
So right. Though, I mean, seriously, when you say there's nothing special about me, there's nothing special about any of us. Like, the difference is that we just did the damn thing and we believed that we could. I mean, that's just it. Is you make this resolve to just do the dang thing. And you can do that. There's nothing different about you guys. Everybody's circumstances are questionable, right? In whatever way, but we make it happen if it's important to us. And oh my gosh,
everybody has crap. Like we all have crap.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you have excuses, we all got them, baby. We all got excuses. It's just whether or not you want to do something about it. I loved that quote that you said, that which is measured increases. That which is not does not. I love
the first time I heard it, I was like, wait, what, huh? But once it sinks in, you're like, wow. I mean, that it's powerful. It's true. And it doesn't just apply to your business. It applies to a lot of things. I mean, I think about it like with the weight loss journey. If you're not measuring where you started and what you're accomplishing at each weigh-in or weekly or monthly or whatever, how do you know what you've achieved? How do you know if you're doing the right thing? And, you know, same with your business. If you're not tracking things and measuring, how do you know if the things you're doing are even working?
True. Or savings, your budget, your finances. I mean, that's another place. Like,
yep.
Good stuff. It's good stuff. And earlier you were saying something about looking like a hot mess. Girl, the only reason I just put on lip color. That is it. So stop. I think that so many of us come in and are like, turn off our video. And it's like, no, you're fine. I promise you, you're fine. So
I can't tell you the last time I had a full face of makeup. I mean, since all this quarantine stuff started, I kind of just gave up on makeup. I'm like, whatever, here I am. Usually there's a mask covering most of it.
But that's the other thing is like, why did I even bother? Because I'm going to wear a mask the whole time. Does anybody have any questions for Miss Lindsay and her amazing self? Because that was everything I could have ever asked for when I was like, oh, just come give us your top tips. Like, that was fire.
Thank you. And see, that's another thing, y'all. I was like, what do I even have to offer them? What can I possibly share that Anna hasn't already said? Or, I mean, what can I even message Fee? I was like, girl, I have to talk to Anna's team. I don't know what I can say to them. What do I even have to offer? I feel like I don't have anything, but there it is.
No, for real though. Like, seriously.
But I love talking. I love talking and visiting and sharing and I love hugs too. Normally, you know, like in person, I'm like, oh my God, give me a hug.
I know, this is.
I'm missing those things.
Super hard, super crazy. Let's see.
Well, if anybody does have any questions, y'all feel free to message me, or I'm happy to help however I can with anything. Like I said, I know y'all have an amazing SuperStar director, but I'm always willing to help if I can. So don't ever hesitate to reach out.
I love you. Thank you so much for coming and chatting with us tonight.
Thanks for inviting me.
We're the lucky ones. So I promised you guys, well, I always do a drawing, but I'm going to wait to do a drawing for just a second because last week the prize was these guys. They are little facial sponges. You get 50 in a pack. I bought them on Amazon. They're super, super thin, which makes for a really awesome mailable dish soap sample. And this has got Squeeze the Day on it. This one does not have any water, just soap. This one has a little bit of water with the soap, but you know what? It's still really flat. Like it's flatter than a scent circle would be if you were mailing a scent circle. So these are totally a mailable option. And I washed a dish with this tonight and it was awesome. So these are really cool, really cheap way to do it. I think they were like less than $7 for a full pack of 50 like this. And then I just heat sealed them into packets. So whether you decided that you wanted to do it a super thin way or adding a little bit of water so that it's ready to use, I thought that those were really good. When reconstituted, they look like this. They're pretty good size. So that kind of gives you an idea of how much growth it gets. So those are pretty cool, right? Now, I want to just reiterate, as far as samples go, it's great for people to try the product. We love the product, but what you're doing is creating an opportunity for conversation. And an opportunity for conversation is an opportunity for relationship building. And relationship building it is an opportunity for down the line new hosts, new team members, and loyal customers. So I will be sharing a link for that. Let me see. I don't know if I can link it through here. I don't think I'll link it through here. I think that if you really want the link, you can message me and I will copy and paste it to you in Messenger, or you can text me. But I think that those are great. So let's do another giveaway because Michelle got these last week. And Brittany got some really cool Scentsy Soak packets the week before that. So
do you want to hear a funny story about that?
Yeah, tell me the story.
So Jake accidentally took it to California with him.
No! I'll give you the link so you can get another pack because they're really
He's coming home tomorrow. He'll bring it home.
They're awesome. They're
He's like, I think I took your package with me.
He's like, why do I have all these heat seal packs?
Yeah.
Hers are really cool. They're like craft pack and really nice. So in order to be in the drawing tonight, I want you to drop your name, first name, last name in the comments. Ready, set, go. Not everybody at once. Okay, because tonight's lucky winner is number 3. So 3 is, we've got Brittany, Vanessa, Tia Allen is number 3. So Tia, you're gonna be getting a prize from me in the mail this week. So thank you guys for coming. I love having you. If you have any other questions before we go, pop them in the bottom. So yeah, I know, Lindsay, I saw that you were logged in as your daughter too. We're gonna be doing a lot of Zooming this year because we just found out that our school district is going to be distance learning, which has been a very hot topic in our household to begin with because we weren't sure what we were going to be doing as far as schooling. So, all right. Anything else, you guys? Thanks for coming and thank you so much, Lindsay. We love you. I owe you one. Seriously, I owe you one, so let me know when you want
me anything. But thank you. I enjoyed hanging out with y'all.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go get me some of those things. Those are so cute.
That's cool. Super
I
cute.
love it.
They're supposed to be facial sponges, but man, I did a really good job washing dishes with this sucker tonight. So
that's awesome. I love it.
Reasonable. So all right. You guys all have a great night. Love you lots. Thanks for coming. Bye.
Bye, y'all.